Yo, before the intro rocks, give this podcast a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, as well as stream it on Spotify. If you're listening from YouTube through the BrarHive channel, make sure you like and comment on the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to not only stay tuned to my content, but plenty of other top-notch material. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at MostWantedPodcast and Twitter at MostWantedPod, and as always, feedback is greatly appreciated.
ここまでは作戦通りことが進んだよ。さあ、頼んだよ、おにゃんこぽん。任せてください、ハンさん。低速低空で収容区に侵入。光の道に沿ってみんなを回収する。チャンスはその一度きりで、乗り遅れれば一巻の終わり。この飛行船が撃ち落とされてもね。まったく無茶を思いつくよ。
Success, make him get back. All that chit chat, rip back. My niggas ain't in that. Nigga fucking up and he ain't on shit. I got like 50 rounds of Benny's clip. If I know the chip, nigga, I'll be the fifth. Mommy still gon' love me, kid. Niggas tryna like if it give me a bit. I'm like, nigga, fucking bitch. The judge like, why you acting like a dick? I said I'm moving like I'm sneaking dick. My lawyer like, puppy, why you breathing? I said I'm Papa Birkin, feel amazing. Shoot for the stars, I'm a foundation. Look at the money I'm raising. She wanna fuck, hold on. She stuck in the fuck, have a wait for a break.
Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Most Wanted Podcast, where nothing's safe from discussion. I know it's been a little bit since I've posted, but trust me, bro, the shit I got planned, ooh, okay. It's gonna be nice, just trust the process, alright? So this episode is gonna be a little bit more of casual, alright? So, as context, I'm a huge anime fan, right? Like, huge anime, manga enthusiast, bro, I'm all for it. Today, I won't be talking about Attack on Titan and why I consider it already to be a modern day classic. I don't want to say already because, I mean, it's already been, how long has it been since the anime came out? I think holy shit, the anime came out 2013, I think. Wow, I'm old as fuck. Well, anyways, so at this point, the anime is already, in my opinion, is already top tier. Like, I'm talking about, it's already in tiers with the classics animes. I'm talking like Part 1 Naruto. First of all, Part 1 Naruto is much better than Shippuden, and I will die on that hill. Y'all can argue however you want. That's my stance, bro. Anyways, like Part 1 Naruto, One Piece, GOAT. No debate, GOAT. What else? Hunter x Hunter, Chef's Kiss. Like, I'm telling you, Attack on Titan is already up there with the greats. Already. Bleach, actually, I'm joking. Okay. I like to slander Bleach a little bit just because of like the huge plot points I see. It's a decent watch, but like if you're looking for a story, it's really not the thing that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's like huge plot points that I just find a big issue with that really turns me off to it. But overall, like music in Bleach, fire, bro. Bleach music, fire. Bleach characters, ooh, the character design. Yoriichi, she a bad bitch, bro. Ooh, I can give you the world, baby girl. Ooh, too clean. Anyways. Today we're gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, right? Now, full disclosure, I'm gonna be spoiling the shit out of it in this episode, right? So if you are not caught up to the latest episode of Attack on Titan, because I'm an anime only watcher as well, so if you are an anime, or if you have not been caught up to Attack on Titan season 4 episode 12 by the time of this recording, hey bro, it's been nice for you to be listening. I appreciate that, real talk, but you might want to head out, bro. This is not the episode for you if you're not caught up, because I'm gonna be spoiling this shit rotten. All right, first and foremost, they took my baby girl Sasha, bro. I'm depressed. I'm fucking depressed, bro. In the worst. Oh, wow. Okay, they took my baby girl. Oh, my potato head. Oh, that shit killed me, bro. My bitch ass Gabby of all people too. Oh, I'm actually cheesed. I'm actually vexed. But the thing is, with Attack on Titan, right? How it started off, first and foremost, they made it the plot super simple so that anyone could get into, right? So humans are on the verge of extinction due to Titans constantly barraging them on the walls, right? And the whole point is for everyone to free themselves from the walls and try and find out, you know, freedom. They're trying to free themselves from the Titans, especially Eren. Eren lost his mom to the Titans, and so his whole "I'm gonna kill all the Titans," yeah, you know, it was all angsty shit, right? And then of course Mikasa, cold as a bitch, no cap. But I just wish they gave her more development than her just screaming Eren all the time. Ah, that shit kills me. Oh, that shit hurts me because there's so much potential. Like recently we just saw about, you know, her being related to what's it called, the Azumabitos, some royal line in the mainland of, you know, the Attack on Titan universe. I think Kizuru is the country name that they're from, or that Mikasa's line is from. So I'm like, okay, that's dope, but I want character development, not actual backstory. Well, we already have her backstory, but like, y'all know what I mean. Levi, cold as a bitch. Hey, bro, all the fangirls love Levi. I ain't gonna hold them. They right. I see why. This nigga cold as a bitch. Oh man, the scene where he's cutting up Zeke like he's filet mignon cooked medium rare. Ooh, that shit was cold, bro. Holy fuck. Oh man, now that's my motherfucking goat Erwin, bro. Still fucking depressed, bro. Fuck. I don't even know. I've heard that Armin was the correct choice due to the decisions he's made in the manga. Keep in mind, I'm not caught up in the manga. I'm an anime watcher only for Attack on Titan. Just because the experience in the anime is worth it, right? But I still miss my nigga Erwin. Oh, fuck, bro. This nigga was cold as a bitch. Tactical mind on point. Way he could motivate it, bro. This nigga could motivate anyone to do anything. I'm not gonna specify on any certain situation, but like, he could push you over the edge, bro, to make a certain decision. He literally convinced people to kill themselves for the sake of the goal that they were doing at the end of season 3. If that's not goat shit, I don't know what is, bro. Like, I don't know how he didn't even convince him by fighting, because as far as we know, Erwin was at least like a decent fighter in terms of with the ODM gear. He was a decent fighter. Like, he wasn't like, you know, Levi Mikasa god tier. You know, they be going ape shit on that. But Erwin, as far as I could tell, he was, you know, decent. But where he showed, ooh, that intellect on point, bro. I miss him still. Shout out my nigga Erwin Smith. Fuck. Okay. Kind of went on a tangent, but I really wanted to talk about in Attack on Titan how I consider it a classic. So I touched upon how the whole point was just to free themselves from the Titans and free themselves from the wall. Pretty much save humanity. A very, you know, I don't want to say basic, but it was a very generalized plot. And so once they finally reached Eren's dad's basement, the basement where I believe Eren had the key for, that shit changed everything. Oh my lord. Oh wow. That shit broke my mind. Where it was discovered that the people who were living in the walls were not the only people left in the world. And it was through Grisha's memories, as he apparently was the former Attack Titan, which now Eren wields. Because Eren seemed to have forgotten that once Grisha came back from his mission of stealing the Founding Titan from the capital, which, bro, that shit blew my mind. He comes back, finds out that Eren's mom is dead, and he's like, oh shit, okay, well, I'm gonna turn you into a Titan with the Founding Titan's blood, or spinal fluid, I think that's what it is, that allows people to transform into Titans. And so he injects that into Eren, and Eren eats Grisha. Grisha is Eren's dad. Keep in mind, Eren's still like a kid when this is all going on. So for him, this was all traumatic flashbacks until, you know, he finally figured out what was all going on. And so it really, the whole plot of Attack on Titan really went from a basic generalized plot to full on talking about war, discrimination, racism, internment. Yeah, now that you think about it, Eldia is pretty much an internment camp for Eldians, or what's it called? Libero, or Liberio? I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't have the word in front of me, but like, that's the place where all the Eldians live in the country Marley. And I'm thinking about it now, and I was like, damn, that's literally an internment zone. And they're brainwashing kids into believing all about the the Marleyan cause. And you see that clearly with season 4 in terms of Gabi, Falco. I don't even remember the other two. They got stomped the fuck out by Aaron's rampage. Ooh, that felt so therapeutic. Oh, I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. Like, oh, season 4 Aaron, wow, walked in with black Air Forces. Oh my lord. Low-key, I might be a Jaegerist. Actually, nah, I'm capping. Because, okay, let me explain what that means. Because Aaron in season 4 has changed a lot. Because season 4 is taking place 4 years after the events of season 3. Season 3 was, at the end of season 3, was when they found out the truth about the basement and pretty much the whole history about Eldia, Marley, the true history of the Titans. And through Grisha's memories, of course. And his books that he brought along as well. And so in season 4, with all of that said, Aaron turns into a fucking monster. All pun intended, because he technically is a monster. Oh man, season 4 Aaron is a different fucking breed. Like, in war, there is no real right side. Of course, in terms of ideologies, right? Well, it depends on the situation, of course, right? Where, say for example, World War II, right? You had the Allies and then the Axis. The Allied forces and the Axis forces. Axis is like, you know, Nazi Germany, Japan, and Italy with Mussolini. And then the Allies with, you know, US, Canada, Britain. I think Russia was actually helping out in the Allies too. Oh shit, yeah, I think they were. Damn, I'm a whole poli-sci major and I don't remember this shit. Ah, damn. That's kind of tough. Anyways, in that situation, the Axis forces were spreading around an ideology that was quite negative and pretty much super detrimental to the state of the world. So the United States and the Allied forces did have to stop them. However, in war in general, there was no real right side. Well, nowadays, because most wars now are based off of ideology. Like, for example, extreme Islam. No, that's not the right term. Extremists who believe in, like, the furthest reaches of a certain sect of religion. Like, for example, you see Al-Qaeda, ISIL. You can see it with, you know, the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK, who are super on the Christian, they believe super into the Christian side, to the point where they're super discriminatory and racist and bigots, xenophobes, as many, you know, phobes that you could throw around. That's the KKK. And you can see that where when you're fighting that war, more I'm speaking now more so in like international warfare. The methods that people use in warfare, bombing civilians, bombing daycare, like people targeting or people who are leading the charge in war. So, for example, lieutenants, commanders, sergeants. I don't know the hierarchy, bro. I'm just not making up, but like I don't know the structure and, you know, who's at the highest top. Well, you could say the president, because technically he is the commander in chief. But at the same time, at the end of the day, they are taking what they believe is necessary actions in order to the wrong cause. And while the extremism is always a wrong thing, right? You can never have too much of anything. There has to be a certain line in which you don't cross, in which many people in war have crossed. You could say the nuclear bombs, for example. They crossed the line because apparently they did send out warning sheets throughout all of Japan. I think throughout Hiroshima and Nagasaki, warning them, was like, yo, if you don't stop now, we gonna wreck your shit. And Japan was like, they bluffing, bro. I'm calling bluff. They bullshitting. And the US is like, alright, nigga, we warned you. And then, you know, atomic bombs. Fat Man and... Man, I forget these bombs' names. The fuck? Why would I remember that shit? Anyways, the whole point is people have definitely crossed the line in warfare where they get civilians involved, innocent civilians. And that is that certain line that Marley did first cross in Attack on Titan. They definitely crossed the line first. Well, at first it was Eldia who apparently they were suppressing down Marleyans, but I'm not sure if that's actually true because Grisha was saying, you know, originally Eldia was prosperous and they were spreading around goodwill and the Marleyans caused a revolt. Now, I don't know which side is true because they both could be misconstructing information. Or that's me being stupid, not really listening and understanding what the full scope of the situation was. But regardless, the whole point is that I'm trying to say, I know this is, you know, all convoluted and shit, but there comes a time in war where you either choose to cross a certain line to what you believe is a necessary risk or a necessary reward, or that you back down. And Marley first did that. They were the ones that first crossed it by brainwashing, you know, kids that you can clearly see with Falco and Gabby. Fuck Gabby. All my niggas hate Gabby. Still, okay. I'm so hurt because Gabby took away my baby girl. She took away my baby girl Sasha, bro. I'm still cheesed. I'm still vexed. I know, I can see it in the character development and what she's going through right now. She's living right now with Sasha's family. And Sasha's family don't know that Gabby was the one that took away Sasha. And that shit kind of breaks me right now. But Gabby, I can tell, is going to go through massive character development, undoing years of brainwashing from Marley. Marley telling Eldians, you guys are useless, you're worthless, you're nothing more than, you guys are pure devils, you're scum. You guys are, if you want to be known as useful or worth, you know, valuable in terms of your human self, you will serve the Marleyan army, you will become Titan shifters, and you will serve us with the utmost amount of royalty, with the utmost amount of loyalty, dignity, and respect. And Falco, who was calling bullshit up on that since season 1, like, he was of course seeming to be loyal, right? But you could also tell that he's starting to see the cracks in the system, where he's like, I don't believe in this as much as I used to, kind of thing. You can tell. That's what we fucks with Falco over here. Falco is my nigga still. He just down bad right now. Anyways, so the whole point of war is that, well, Marley, okay, going back to what I was saying, Marley crossed the line first. And so Eren and the rest of the people on Paradis Island, or Paradis, I don't know. I'm just gonna call it Paradis. Fuck it, I'm gonna just call it Paradis. No, that sounds wrong. Paradis. Yeah, that sounds better. Paradis Island. No, Paradis. Wow. Fuck it, I'm leaving it in. I don't care. So, on Nigga, what the fuck? Paradis Island. There we go. I'm not correcting myself anymore. I don't care. Paradis, I don't care anymore. So, Eren and the rest of the crew on Paradis Island, we're trying to find as many diplomatic ways possible to try and avoid this war, because they could tell. You know, Marley kept on. Keep in mind, this is between the 4-year gap of season 3 and season 4. Eren and the crew were trying to figure out, okay, is there any way that we could possibly avoid using the Founding Titan's abilities to cause the rumbling, which is the activation of all these colossal titans, which is pretty much making up the walls. And it was just, well, Eren was trying to find all these ways. Ultimately, it seems like he couldn't find it, and neither of them could either. And so Eren took it pretty much upon himself, because Zeke is helping. Well, as far as, nigga, keep in mind, I'm anime only. If y'all spoil me on the manga, I swear to Jesus up above, I will block you and pimp smack you. I don't care. If you spoil me on anything, and bro, I swear you will get the greatest. Bro, Leonidas from Sparta, like the movie Sparta 300, bro, he would be proud of the drop kick I'm about to put on you if you ever spoil me on anything. But anyways, I digress. Eren was trying to find as many ways possible, as well as the crew, but ultimately he couldn't find any, and neither could, the rest of Paradise. Fuck, I just said I wasn't gonna correct myself. Oh well. And so Eren ultimately decided that if there was no other method besides working with Zeke that would work, because Zeke's plan will ultimately sacrifice Historia, which is pretty much the queen and a friend of the crew. I call them the crew, but the scouts. And so Eren found no other option, but he said himself, was like, well, I'm kind of inferring based on what I believe is going through Eren's head right now, because I believe still that at the end of the day he still does care for his friends and wants to fight for them and is still fighting for freedom. Keep in mind, he is still supremely pissed off at Marley, so you best believe this is still about vengeance. There's no other way around it. This nigga is on a mission, and I ain't gonna lie, this shit is funny to see. And I agree with, okay, keep in mind, I'm not a Jaegers. I was joking earlier when I said I was a Jaegers. I'm not standing Eren, but the way I see his character is that he's a guy that's been forced into a situation, because at the end of the day, this all revolves around him. He's the one that has the Founding Titan. And now he also has the fucking Warhammer Titan. This man has 3 Titan abilities. He has the Founding Titan, he has the Warhammer Titan, and the Attack Titan. I still don't know what the Attack Titan does. This man has 3 of the 9 Titans on him. This man is strapped. This nigga is strapped up for real. Yo, you cannot test this nigga. And anyways, I see Eren as a guy who's been forced into a situation in where he says, I have no other choice but to go along with Zeke's plan, which would ultimately be killing civilians and crossing that line that I mentioned earlier. He doesn't want to, and it does ultimately end up with his friends dying, such as when Sasha died to Gabi. His first reaction was to laugh, and Connie was like, yo, my nigga, why you laughing, bro? First off, shout out my nigga Connie. They actually did his hairline so right. Oh, I'm actually happy. Bro, this nigga had a triangle ass hairline. Oh, from season 1 to season 3, I couldn't stand looking at my nigga, bro. I fucked with him hard. I fucked with him. Whoa. Pause. Whoa, hey. Nah, I fucked with him heavy though. Connie's my guy still. But bro, his hairline, my nigga, you could calculate the area for that. Base times height divided by 2. Oh, it was actually tough to look at, but now they did him right. No cap. But anyways, Connie was looking at Eren. It's like, yo, why are you laughing? Is it something funny to you? And no one noticed that after Eren laughed, he immediately looked down and was pissed, because he knows he doesn't want to do this. He knows that what I'm doing is all for the the end game of being free. That's all Eren wants, to be free from war, from strife, from poverty. Literally, he just wants to be free. He wants to be a free ass man. So I'm like 12 years a slave. I just want to be free. That was a bad joke. Holy shit. Anyways, so what happened afterwards? Oh, there was also another moment that I noticed where Mikasa, after Eren body slammed and eviscerated Marley officials. Shit was funny as hell. Ooh, we were smoking that Marleyan pack for real. Ooh, oh man, that pack was hitting my lungs heavy. That shit gave me lung cancer for real. Holy fuck. And I don't smoke, guys. I'm a safe child, all right? I don't smoke, I don't drink. I'm a clean guy. All right? Not to say that if you smoke or drink you're not clean. You're still good. I'm just saying I haven't done that type of stuff. That just ain't me. I'm just saying this because my parents listen to this shit sometimes, and if they hear me saying, yo, I smoked a pack, they're gonna beat my ass, and I ain't trying to be no 20-year-old man getting his ass whooped by his parents. So I'm just putting that disclaimer there. But we were smoking that pack. And so at one point Mikasa went up to Eren after he body slammed those officials and said, Eren, you killed children, you killed innocent people. And he looked at her. The whole Twitter community was laughing. It's like, and? You think that we care? That's what we all were wanting Eren to say. That's what he looked like. But in my head, I think Eren was going through, he had a blank expression on his face. He knows what he did. He knows what he did was fucked up. He hates it. Keep in mind, this is all what I'm inferring. Right? He hates what he's doing, but he has to. But in his mind, he believes that this is a necessary arrangement in order for the better good of, pushing towards freedom. And so that's what he would do. At this point, actually, since, the most recent episode, I believe he's literally split off from the rest of the scouts and literally Eldia. And now he has his own group called, I think they're called the New Eldian Empire, or as the government is, or as Eldian, as Paradise Islands officials are calling them, Jaegers. And everyone on Twitter was like, hey, fuck Marley, we Jaegers for real. And so I see where Eren is coming from, right? And I agree with what his belief is to an extent on wanting to be free from all of this negativity, this warfare, this strife, this trauma. But it's just the way that he's going about it is fucked up, right? It's just fucked up. It's like, when you cross a line and in Eren's mind, it's pretty much we're fighting fire with fire. And I think that was a tagline. I think that was a tagline for season 1 of Attack on Titan. When people were advertising it, it was like, when Mikasa was like, oh, we now have a Titan that'll fight on our side. So let's fight Titans with Titans. So now it's kind of flipped, but in a certain way. So where in Eren's mind it's like, okay, let's fight warfare with warfare. If they're willing to cross the line, so am I. All for the extent of being free. At least that's what I see it. That's what I see based off of Eren. So now he's split off from Marley, or not Marley. Fuck Marley. Anyways, he's split off from Paradise Island, like the scouts. He's still on the island, but now he wants to find where Zeke is in order to go through the plan of pretty much like threatening all of Marley. It's like, yo, y'all better stop fucking with us, or else we gonna bring the heat. Like, no cap, we got royal blood on our side, bro. Zeke is royal blood, and Eren got that Founding Titan. They keep that shit on him. No cap, don't fuck with him. They gonna give you that 2-piece combo. They gonna give you that 6-piece combo with a Krispy Kreme donut as a dessert option. Hoes love that chicken from Popeyes combo. No cap. I've been memeing around a lot, right? But Attack on Titan, it has those moments. It's very, like, the internet is gonna internet, right? Like, they're gonna make jokes out of almost anything. But at the same time, you can see the masterful writing that's in the story, where it went from I don't want to say basic, but like a generic plot line of fighting Titans with Titans, all for the sake of freedom. And that exploded exponentially into like fighting warfare, discrimination, hatred, prejudice, strife, poverty. Bro, oh my lord, Attack on Titan really went from, I would probably say, like, I don't want to say it was, how would I rate it on a scale of 0 to 10? It's like a 5, a 6.5, I would say, of a decent plot line, right? It was still hype as hell, don't get me wrong. I was on Attack on Titan hype train since I started watching. I was spoiled about, the Berthold. Let me talk about my nigga Reiner. Because Reiner, bro, season 4 made him go from a nigga that I hated but I loved at the same time to, bro, Reiner is probably my second favorite character in the entire show. Just because you see his backstory and how he's pretty much a guy with PTSD coming back from war. And in this war, he's coming back from the war, but in terms of war, I'm talking about when he was sent to Paradise Island as an undercover agent to recover the Founding Titan. But he ended up, working alongside the scouts and becoming one of them. And, season 3 was pretty much the fight between Zeke, Berthold, and Reiner versus, all of the scouts. Oh yeah, and Peek was there too. Peek? How do you pronounce her name? Peek. Yes, let's go with Peek. Peek. Fuck, we're doing this again. Peek. We're doing this. Okay, we're calling her Peek. And so Peek was there to actually save Zeke at the end. I didn't know that. I didn't even realize that until season 4, where I see her Titan, and then I watched season 3 again, where she saved Zeke because this nigga was about to be cut up cleanly by Levi. This nigga Levi was on a mission. And so after he comes back from the quote unquote war, or we'll call it his mission. After he came back from his mission, he was a changed man. Well, he was already changing during his time as a scout, because he was initially super loyal, super dedicated to the cause before he left Marley to go to the island. And when he got there and when he joined the scouts, he slowly started to change, and where it seemed like it was a split personality, where he was split between, you know, being, you know, one of the scouts and being a dedicated Marleyan warrior. And now he comes back from his mission back to Marley, to his family, and it's like he still wants to keep the facade of being that super dedicated, super loyal soldier, but he knows in his heart of hearts what he did was fucked up. He knows what he did was wrong, was cruel, was evil, and he's like, I can't. And it got to the point where this nigga almost shot himself in the mouth. Like, this nigga was dead ass about to kill himself. And I was like, oh what the fuck? Because when it was going through his backstory, I was like, okay, so that what happened. You know, I'm figuring out what's going on based off of Reiner's backstory. Like, I'm trying to figure out who he is. And so as soon as that flashback ends, you see him literally with a whole ass rifle in his mouth. And I'm like, whoa. And when that clicks with what happened in his time at his time with the island, and him coming back and him coming to all these realizations, he almost killed himself. The only thing that stopped him was Falco. Falco didn't know. He was just running outside. I think he was calling out for Reiner, saying to go somewhere. And Reiner pretty much was like, okay, let me live for the sake of these guys, especially Falco, because if I can convince Falco to save Gabby from this fate of being this, pretty much he wanted Gabby to avoid the fate of becoming the next Reiner. He didn't want the next generation to go through what he did, what he, Annie, Bertholdt had to go through. Zeke even, although, you know, Zeke nowadays is looking like he might be a little suspect. He might be a little bit on Paradise Island side. I don't know. I'm just saying. His character development, top tier. Instantly my second favorite character, because at this point I don't think anyone's replacing Erwin. No one's touching Erwin. Erwin the motherfucking GOAT. Like, that's not even up for debate. Bro, this nigga, his speech before he died, one of the best speeches I've ever seen in my life. My nigga, ooh, wow, this nigga was spitting facts. Well, not necessarily facts, but this nigga was preaching. And I don't even know how he convinced him. Like, he literally convinced the whole squad. It's like, yo, yeah, we gonna die, but we gonna die for the sake of this cause. It's like, word, say less. And he's like, say that, and then they all died, pretty much. So a little okay, maybe that was a little bit, you know, generalized, but y'all get what I mean. Pretty much that's what I wanted to talk about today, about, you know, Attack on Titan just being a non-stop banger. I think what's going to happen is that, because there's only 16 episodes planned for season 4, and I heard that there should be, you know, there's still a lot more left to animate. I think they might be doing something similar to what they did with season 3, where it's like, you know, season 3 part 1, season 3 part 2. So I think that's what they're going to be doing with season 4. So hopefully season 4 part 2 is going to be just as good. Okay, real quick, right before I finish, I almost forgot something. Attack on Titan stands, y'all are out of pocket, bro. Okay, let me explain. The scene where Reiner met Eren during season 4, and where Eren made his declaration of war against all of Marley. That nigga Eren was spitting shit. This nigga, oh wow, that was still so fucking cold. Sometimes I watch that shit just for the kicks, just to watch how Eren was. This nigga Eren was spitting, and it was one of the coldest shits I've seen in Attack on Titan. Easily. Anyways, people were sending death threats to the director of Attack on Titan Season 4 and Mappa due to not playing a different OST during that scene. I'm like, my nigga, does that shit even matter? It is not that deep. Okay, maybe it could be a complaint of yours. For me personally, the OST that they played was perfectly fine. I fucked with it. It fit with the moment perfectly. Right? And now people are also sending death threats to the whole animation squad because of the CGI. Now, me personally, the way I view CGI, in terms of Attack on Titan. I mean, it could be better at points. Like, you can definitely notice it at points where it looks a little bit, less than standard. But overall, I still think it's a W. But, like, every now and then you notice it, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But overall, it's a W. But at the same time, they're sending death threats for it? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? People having to block their whole Twitter accounts? People talking about they might have to cancel the entire season for it because people were sending death threats? Y'all niggas are fucking corny. Get your shit... Tighten up, nigga. Like, serious. Real talk. Real talk. Y'all gotta be fucking ashamed of yourselves. Lame ass niggas, for real. I'm actually sick and tired. Corny ass fan base. I ain't gonna lie. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about One Piece fan base. That's for a different conversation, for a different day. But... that's pretty much it. Fuck Attack on Titan stands. They're fucking wildin'. Attack on Titan, chef's kiss. Y'all should watch it. Y'all should read it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Actually, make sure your family is probably the age to understand what's going on, so you don't be showing, your 2-year-old little sister, hey, here's someone getting eaten by a Titan. Hope you enjoy it. Ha ha ha. Yeah, probably don't do that, but like, y'all know what I mean. Y'all won't know what I mean. Share it responsibly. But yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for making it to the end of the episode. If you want to show love to the podcast, follow me on Instagram at MostWantedPodcast and Twitter at MostWantedPod to stay up to date on guest features, upload days, and more. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you give a 5-star review and rating. You can also listen to this podcast on Spotify as well as on YouTube via the BrarHive channel, where not only can you find my podcast, but plenty of other top-notch material. Until next time, we out. Easy, y'all.